A new episode of Real Ranked is going live. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Real Ranked. Today we are going to be talking about film composers and putting them in a bracket. So I'm just gonna bring in who we have right now. Some people will be joining in late, but started with Albert.
What's up? I'm here. I'm excited. I don't compose anything except my thoughts sometimes.
All right, and we got Steven.
Music is cool.
Mhm.
I play guitar.
I do too.
Yeah, it's been a while. Once I got to college, I stopped playing, but I did a lot when I was younger. So who knows? Maybe I should start that up again. Yeah,
Maybe.
But we're talking about composers, so
We are.
Yeah.
I guess since they're late, should we just start with the first one and then
yeah, we can go for it. Well, I don't know how we want to do this.
I'm fine with doing anything.
Okay.
Yeah, that works. We can just jump right into it.
Let's start it then.
We'll
Let's
have the surprise. All right. Well, that's an easy one. Anyway,
It's Ennio Morricone.
It's Morricone.
Starting right off. Is there a seating number for this, or is it just?
Before we start talking about these composers, I basically seeded it by the amount of films that they have, and so Morricone has composed the most movies, and then Hurwitz has only composed 4, and so, or I think that sounds right.
Yeah,
so that's
Gotcha.
That's a fair one.
But let's bring everyone else in. Sophie is here now.
Oh, nice.
Hi.
Hey.
How's it going, guys?
It's good. We're good.
Getting good.
Yeah.
Matthew, you got a haircut.
I did.
Looks good.
Thank you. And we got Kenny.
Oh,
Kenneth!
1 second. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Hey, Kenny. Okay, it's fine. Yeah. I mean, let's be real here, though. I think all of us are gonna vote Morricone. I mean,
No.
It's a tough one.
No, it's not.
Okay, who is he going up against?
Right.
Justin Hurwitz.
Oh. I'm probably gonna lose this one then. Because I'd pick Hurwitz over Morricone. It's so hard though. He's like so iconic, and then Hurwitz has only done 4.
I'll just say this:
he's
my favorite composer. So
yeah,
I'll just say
Hurwitz has done some of my favorite music. No, Morricone.
Yeah.
No, Steven's a Morricone guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's gonna fight for him until the end.
Exactly.
It's a tough first matchup. I mean, I love La La Land, and especially, the score is amazing.
And Hurwitz just doesn't have the amount of scores either. So that's his thing. Whereas Morricone's, I mean, he was 90 when he died. He composed until he died, had a prolific career. So it is kind of like an unfair mismatch in that sense. But that's why we went with the most versus the smallest. Makes sense.
Albert, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
I mean, I love Justin Hurwitz. The score for La La Land is one of my favorites of the 2010s, I believe. Me and Sophie and Matthew, we did a show a while back, top 10 2010s composer, and I think I put La La Land as number 1. I don't remember. I put number 2. Okay. Because I absolutely love the score, but Ennio Morricone, just his longevity of everything that he's done, from the classics all the way to the recent work, is just it's tough to not pick Morricone for this one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Kenny? Sophie, you can go ahead and say what you wanted before.
No, it's just now that I think of it, I mean, Morricone's done so many iconic. Did I not get a freaking? Oh yeah, so much so many iconic films. He's composed many iconic films, and even the stuff that he composed that wasn't even used for films is still being used now, everywhere. So his legacy's still moving on. I just think he won the Oscar for the wrong movie.
Ecstasy of Gold is so iconic.
Yeah, it was the career Oscar for sure.
Yeah, which is fine. I honestly my pick is still Justin Hurwitz, but I will be fine with Ennio moving along. Of course,
I like
iconic.
The First Man score. I'll just say that's a good score.
Oh yeah,
it's like his only score that I've like listened to outside of like just watching the movie. So,
check out La La Land and Whiplash.
Yeah, no, I mean I've seen like half of La La Land and I like Whiplash a lot, so yeah, but I just can't think of the music. Well, I mean, for me it's Morricone all the way. I don't know, Kenny, you're the only one that hasn't spoken yet.
I mean, I listen to Hurwitz's music all the time. Like especially First Man soundtrack. I think that's my most played out of his. But like Ennio's or his hits are just undeniable. Like his Cinema Paradiso score, I think is probably my favorite.
So the love theme.
I actually haven't even listened to it because I want to like wait until I see the movie.
Yeah, wait until you see the movie. But like I think that's my favorite of his out of all of them, even the good, the bad, and the ugly. But I think he's just unmatched. And just I think a lot of people have been inspired by him. So it's like it's hard to like just say like, oh, I want Justin Hurwitz over Ennio, but I'm gonna go Ennio.
Yeah, and that's
well, we can talk about him later, I guess, if he advances on. So
well, it's already 3 votes, so he does.
Yeah, or I think 4. Everyone except Sophie.
Yeah,
I think.
So, except for Sophie, then cool. Let's all right, so Morricone moves on before we move on to the next one. Jacob with Justin.
I was just on Fortnite with Jacob.
And
we were still playing, Sophie.
Okay, well, let's move on to our next matchup. Harry Gregson Williams versus John Powell.
Oh my God, this is so hard. What?
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I don't know who.
Oh no!
I might have to do a quick look up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look up and see.
Yeah, Harry Gregson Williams has done like Chronicles of Narnia, Shrek.
Didn't they both do Shrek?
Well, Shrek, they both did
Shrek.
Shrek.
Okay,
they checked together, so some of them
collaborated on a bunch of projects, so it's tough. But John Powell's done the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy, and that just really steps it up a whole lot.
Yes.
I think that's a contributing factor.
I'd say John Powell over because he worked on Kung Fu Panda. Seems like so.
Hans Zimmer, and he did solo.
Part of it.
Yeah.
Score.
But Harry Gregson Williams did some of Last Duel, which there was one snippet that I really liked in that.
Yeah, he did Last Duel. He's done a lot of some of my favorites.
I'm looking. Harry Gregson Williams did The Rock with Hans Zimmer, and that's pretty cool. But like most people associate Hans Zimmer with that. He apparently did the score to Black Hat, but like he claims that like they didn't use his music in the movie. He's just credited. Like there's barely any of it. I don't think of the score when I think of that movie. Yeah, he's done some Ridley Scott stuff. He also did Broken Arrow. That's a cool movie, but like I don't remember the score. But he's got credit on I Am Legend, but that was a James Newton Howard score. So
this is so tough, man.
I have my vote. I already decided.
Yeah.
Let me. I'm just thinking out loud right now.
And he did freaking Sinbad.
I looked up both filmography. I think I have my vote.
But John Powell also did. Wait, did he? He did another.
Oh, he did Born. Okay, that's it. Yeah, John Powell.
John Powell did Face Off. So like they both did iconic cage action 90s movies.
You're seriously not facing this off of Face Off.
I'm gonna keep it short, and I'm gonna vote for John Powell because of the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy. So Albert?
I'm with Matthew.
John Powell, because John Powell did X-Men Last Stand and Harry Gregson Williams did X-Men Origins Wolverine. That's not the main reason. That's not the main reason that I am choosing John Powell.
It's like not bad. That's probably the best part about the movie. That's the score.
That's okay. Yeah, that's not the main reason I
let's-
choose it, but yeah, John Powell wins for me.
Okay. Well, John Powell moves on.
Yeah, I think I would maybe
That was
vote
fast.
Harry Gregson
Well,
Williams
John-
just because of I listen to the rock score like all the time. It's like
Fair.
great workout music. or
John
whatever,
Powell
so-
also did Chicken Run. Just saying.
But
oh,
John
wait, they both
Powell
did
is
it.
a bit
They
more of a
both did
classic
Chicken
guy.
Run. Oh,
Yeah,
both
they've
did
done.
Chicken
They
Run.
collaborated a lot, so this is kind of a unfair.
It's a
This is
really
like a
interesting
tie,
matchup.
but
I
They're
think
right
Matthew
next
did,
to
this, Matthew did this on purpose. It's like,
No, they're
like-
neck
I'm
and neck.
giving
the
edge to,
It's like they're
They
16 and
also did a
17.
lot of stuff with Hans Zimmer. I think is another thing.
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah. But this is their neck because they're neck and neck.
That's
It's
fine.
16,
John
17
Powell
really.
can move on. I'll just say Harry Grayson Williams for The Rock. But yeah.
Matthew, are you showing the bracket after every round?
Yeah, I will after
Okay.
each round. Yeah, I'll bring it
Okay.
up. So next up we got Alan Silvestri versus Johan Johansson.
easy.
Another tough one.
Easy.
I think I can. This is easy for me,
I
but
think
this
I
is
know.
still
Yeah.
tough because
I
there's a composer
I think
obviously
what-
that's really good.
yeah.
And
I don't know. I know we usually make it more organized. I don't care. I'm going Silvestri here. Probably, yeah. I think I'd go Silvestri just because he has the longevity. Unfortunately, Johan did not. His career was unfortunately cut short. Plus, he's more atmospheric. Like, it's kind of hard to like pin down. They both present different things. That's a hard thing too. They both are very different styles, I'd say.
Yeah, for me, I'll just say three films from the resume: Forrest Gump, Back to the Future, The Avengers, Alan Silvestri. Those are like top tier, all of them.
yeah,
So
Mhm. Yeah.
and
I mean,
Lilo
Back
and
to the
Stitch.
Future-
Don't forget Lilo
Yeah.
and Stitch.
Oh,
And The Parent Trap.
Parent Trap. Yeah, there you go.
That's it. The Parent Trap. And Night at the Museum. What a good score.
Ready
Yeah,
Player One
90
is also good.
Museum, great score.
And The
yeah,
Polar Express. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
he's done a lot of good Zemeckis.
Oh, he
ones.
did Contact too. Yeah, he's done a lot of
Mhm.
Zemeckis. Contact. Is
Yeah, he
good.
worked with Zemeckis a lot.
Castaway. He's got an amazing filmography. Johansson. Wait, it's not my turn, right? Shit. I'm
I think it
talking
is.
out of turn.
Or
I mean,
go for it.
We're kind of
It's not
just
really
going wherever.
Johansson,
Yeah.
honestly, it's unfortunate. God, he died so young. I wish I would have known
Yeah.
like what
Mhm.
because he did Theory of Everything. He did Arrival. He's done some other stuff.
Sicario.
Sicario.
Mandy.
Mandy
Those
was
Those are
hit.
like the three that I know, and they're really, really good. I listen
Prisoners.
to Theory of Everything, and
Mhm.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
Prisoners.
Prisoners one was good.
I listen to Arrival and Theory of Everything more from him, but that's the thing. He's only got like two big ones. Like Silvestri for me is just so iconic around the board with all of his.
Yeah.
And I have like a soft spot for Lilo and Stitch and The Parent Trap, in addition to all
Mhm.
the movies that Albert listed. So I'm going with Silvestri here, no brainer.
Yeah, I kind of have to do the same. I think my favorite of Silvestri's is the Polar Express. I've been listening to that suite recently, and
It's
it's
such
like
a good suite.
yeah, it's really good. So I'm like, because I do love like Johan's work a lot. Like I've listened to probably the Arrival soundtrack the most. But I just have to give it to Alan, my boy Alan.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Silvestri has done so much more. And but yeah, I would give it to Silvestri. So yeah, that's a unanimous vote.
Yeah.
Silvestri moves on. Our next matchup, we have Randy Newman versus Marco Beltrami.
Interesting matchup.
Ooh.
Huh. Ooh, this one's interesting because like I don't love either of them, but I do listen to them a lot.
You listen to
I
every
always-
composer a lot, so
I always confuse Marco Beltrami and Carter Burwell because they have very similar vibes. But Marco Beltrami did Logan, and I love that score. And he did The Quiet Place. That's a really good one too. Marco, let me see what else he did. Beltrami.
Yeah, I'm looking up. There's so many like I'm just like
Oh,
yeah,
and the Ford versus
Ford.
Ferrari. Yeah.
That's a good
yeah,
one.
James Mangold collaboration.
Yeah, that's a
with
good
Logan
one,
and
but
Wolverine.
I don't know. I think Randy Newman, for me as like a Pixar person, he's made so many iconic scores with like Toy Story, Monsters Inc. You know, and then also the recently with Marriage Story. Like I really like that score.
Oh yeah, he did Marriage Story.
Yeah.
He did Soul Surfer. That's the one I love. Marco Beltrami did Soul Surfer. That's such a good freaking score.
Does Randy do a lot outside of Pixar?
No, that's the thing.
Not a ton. He's I mean, a
he
lot of
did
these
kind of
composers have like worked with other ones, just like they aren't credited as the main composer. But yeah, that's his one issue. Like he doesn't really have a big one outside of Pixar
Although
that I can think of.
I have to go with Randy Newman on this one just because his work within Pixar alone is like super strong. Like outside of Toy Story, which you might just think off the bat, like
We
the
also
Monsters
did The
Inc.
Bug's Life too.
Yeah.
And
Monsters
Monsters Inc.
Inc.
Oh fuck, he
and
did Monsters Inc.
Cars.
He literally
This is
did
a
like
no-brainer.
half.
And
He
Why
did
did
like
I?
half.
Why did I think that wasn't Randy Newman? Unbelievable.
I'd go Randy Newman, I think.
I'll go Randy.
Yes, from the
I gotta
Monsters.
go.
Inc.
I got a
Oh.
Randy. He did a Marriage Story too, which is really
Yeah.
good.
I'll have to probably go with Randy.
I mean, Marco Beltrami's got some great stuff, but Randy's iconic, dude. You got Toy Story,
He
Monsters
did the
Inc.,
score for Michael. I've never heard this movie ever in my life.
and the Cars. McQueen and Sally is a great song.
This is a
Yes.
terrible poster.
That's a good score. Love that
It's
score.
just, it's
Well,
awesome, and the Bug's Life is good too.
Bug Life, good score too.
I don't
It's
even
wow.
love that movie. I love the score. The score's so fun.
Another thing about Randy Newman, like he's done a lot of stuff like outside of composing as well. So
Yeah.
Toy
he
Story
like
3.
shows up in
He
movies
sings.
even when he's
Oh,
not
yeah.
composing. So that's true. He
true.
does have this voice.
Randy Newman did League of Their Own.
Oh.
Oh,
I don't
Did he?
think so. I don't.
Well,
It's not.
if you
Maybe.
Google it's yeah, it's not him. But when you Google his name, the film comes up. So yeah, I don't know.
Hans Zimmer did A League of Their Own.
No, that's not right.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Never mind.
I'm
Yeah.
looking
It
on
is.
IMDb
Uh-huh.
right now.
That's
okay.
really funny.
That sounds right.
Cool.
All right.
All right. I think we all are in agreement. Randy Newman.
Yeah, Randy
Randy.
Newman.
Yes.
Even
He was
though
on-
I really enjoy that Ford v Ferrari score.
Finally, it's
that
gonna
is
be the
very
Newman
good.
brothers.
I like that one too.
Also, Snowpiercer's solid. I think.
Yeah, Snowpiercer's good too. Yeah.
Hmm.
He also did
well,
The Giver. The Giver was not a good
move on
movie, but the
to
movie-
Nino Rota versus Alan Menken.
Oh, I mean, okay.
Come
Who's
on,
starting?
Alan Menken. I need to look
Oh
up what
my
he did.
god.
He does a lot of Disney. He's
He's
the-
done like
Yeah.
every single Disney.
Yeah.
Pocahontas,
That's right. No, because
Tangled.
he's done. Yeah, no, I know.
Aladdin. He's won a
His
bunch
thing-
of Oscars with them.
His thing's weird for me because he's not like he does like musicals more so, which is kind of different from like a usual film composer.
Okay, he did Shaggy Dog. I got to give it to him.
Yeah, but I gotta go Nino Rota here because his work with Fellini and The Godfather.
The Fellini
trilogy
stuff
are
is so
too
good. Like,
Yeah, like, and it's so different. I just watched 8.5 for the first time, and I was like,
Mhm.
damn. And you can kind of hear The Godfather in some of his other music. But yeah, I mean, those are the only scores I'm familiar with. But like, I mean, I just have to
Amarcord
say Nino
score is
Rota
really
because
good.
of The Godfather, basically. And what I've heard
That's
about
super fair.
his, along with his work with Fellini and like in 8.5 alone, I was like, yeah, I need to see other movies he's composed because I unfortunately haven't seen many. But I was the one that wanted to put him on here, so naturally I'm
La
gonna
Dolce
go-
Vita is a beautiful score, and Amarcord, I've been listening to that as well since I just watched the movie this year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He has he's credited with doing something on Luca. He wrote a song, Viva something. He wrote a song on
Fair.
Luca that shows up in Luca, I should say.
I have to if I'm voting, I have to vote for. Well, I'm voting. I'm gonna vote for Alan Menken, just because I love Nino Rota's work in The Godfather, but that's really all I know from him, so I'm not too familiar. While Menken, like Tangled, I love that, the score for Tangled.
Kingdom Dance.
Yeah.
You basically stole all the what I was gonna say, Albert. So you just
Aladdin.
keep talking, and I'll agree with you.
not Home on the Range, but everything else.
Bro, Home on the Range was my jam. I played that Game Boy game too and everything.
Oh, Game Boy. Okay.
The Game Boy.
I didn't like the movie, but I liked the game.
I had a Game Boy Color Tarzan game.
Oh, I think I remember that one. Game Boy Color,
Yeah.
Game Boy Advance. I had the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, the Game Boy Color was not nearly as good as the Advance, though.
Okay, so whoa.
Wow.
All right, Kenny, do you what are your thoughts?
This is a tough one because I don't really listen to both of these composers, but I feel like Nino Rota is like the more, what's the word? I like that Godfather score. Like whenever I can just think of the Godfather score, like the theme. Anytime somebody talks about the Godfather, and I hear like Alan Menken's work is so like they're earworms because you hear them all the time, and I've heard them as a kid, but I think as like a traditional score, I have to give it to Nino. So
we're split 2-2.
I think
Matthew needs to go.
Matthew,
Yeah.
Matthew's a tiebreaker.
Yeah, because I am having a tough time with this one because I think
Ooh.
Nino Rota has a ton of really great scores. I've been going through Fellini's filmography, so I have been listening to those. But Alan Menken just like a big part of my childhood as well. Where Tangled is one of my favorite movies, and Kingdom Dance is just like one of my favorite scores of all time. It's really hard to choose, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Menken.
Let's go.
Your
Yeah,
former
this is what
RTFO
happens. We're in a
entrance
panel with a bunch of Disney geeks.
I was
so-
gonna say I expected that. I honestly, if it's gonna be, yeah, whatever. At least it's not Ennio Morricone. I would. lose my shit.
Oh, yeah.
No, see, that one would have been way harder because Ennio
It would have.
Morricone's
It
got-
would have been harder for sure. I think we could have. Maybe could have swayed you guys.
Matthew used Tangled
Alright.
for his RTFO entrance at one point, of course.
Yeah, Kingdom Dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
All right. Menken. Nice.
Okay, the next matchup: Dario Marianelli versus Thomas Newman.
Oh no! This is so fucking hard.
All right.
I saw one coming up, and I'm very upset with like one of the matchups. So I'm very upset.
Oh my
Well-
god! What? No, this is,
Uh,
they're so different. This isn't
Oh
fair.
my god.
No me gusta.
okay, the
I'm
one
not
thing,
starting.
like I've been
I
I can
listening
start.
to.
I think I know. If anyone's not sure, I think I know who I mean.
You go.
Yeah,
Steven.
I think I got to go Thomas Newman here.
Yeah.
Just because I think his overall body of work is just slightly more impressive. Well, he's just done. It's another case of he just has that. At least movies I've seen, he's just done so many more. But I mean, Dario Marianelli is a pretty solid composer. I don't really think the V for Vendetta score was all that great, if I remember. But Kubo had a really good one.
Cool.
And I feel like Atonement in his work with Joe Wright. I haven't seen any other Joe Wright movies, but I feel like he's got a good like sense of sweeping beauty or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, I think it's still got to be Thomas Newman. I mean, the music that plays. I'm not the biggest fan of 1917, but like that scene, when he's running across the field, like the music is everything in that scene. I think a lot of the reason why that movie works enough for me, at least, is because the music. Because I think the movie could have been a little, or was a bit suffocating at times, but I think the music kind of helped get over that one take, which you could argue is gimmick. I don't even know, but that's not what we're talking about. Point is, I think it helped the movie. That's basically what I'm saying. And also, like, his other work with Sam Mendes is good. He also has done some good Pixar. What else?
Finding Nemo. It's really
Yeah.
good.
American
I'm trying to
Beauty,
think.
Shawshank
Dog.
Redemption.
Josh
Also-
Trank.
Lemony-
Yeah,
Also,
Lemony
Spectre and
Snicket's
Skyfall.
Series of
yeah.
Unfortunate
Just
Events.
that's what I'm saying. Is Sam Mendes and Pixar work basically. So
Mhm.
is pretty much there. Which I'm not a huge Sam Mendes fan, but I think he's a good.
He's got a
composer
particular
for those.
sound. You hear his
Yeah.
music, and you're like, oh, that's Thomas Newman.
Mhm. Which can be good and bad, but yeah, I mean, I think anyone you listen to enough, you'll have that happen. So yeah, but yeah, Thomas Newman.
Oh, okay.
And who else has something to say about these two?
I'll go. This is really tough. I love Newman's work with Pixar. I love his Bond score as well. But I've been listening to a lot of Dario Marianelli recently. And the score for Paddington 2, the score for Anna Karenina, Pride and Prejudice, Kubo and the Two Strings. I love it. And the score for Bumblebee is one of my favorites. I love the score for that. So yeah, it's just maybe it's recency, but Dario Marianelli has like grown up in my favorite composers ranking just mainly for Bumblebee and Anna Karenina and Kubo. So I'm gonna split the vote here and go with Dario.
Yeah, I mean, A Letter from Prison is so good, and I really love Pride and Prejudice and Atonement. Those are just beautiful scores. But I think I'm gonna have to go to Thomas Newman. Obviously Finding Nemo is amazing, but also just Shawshank, American Beauty, 1917. We've already talked about those scores, and they're just amazing pieces of work. So
I can go next. Kenny will be the tiebreaker here.
Okay. So
I love Thomas Newman. I love the guy. I love his scores. This is so hard for me, but I listen to more Dario Marianelli because I'm obsessed with the Pride and Prejudice score and the score for Atonement. That score just breaks my heart, and it's just so beautiful. And I'm very, very biased towards beautiful film scores, so I listen to those all the time. Paddington 2 is great. Anna Karenina is amazing. I mean, the movie's whatever, but the score is just beautiful. He also did a movie called Everest that I've never seen, but it's a beautiful score as well. Like, this guy's awesome. It's so hard to just go against like two of my favorite movies, which are Pride and Prejudice and Atonement. But the thing is, he also did American Beauty, and that's another one of my favorite movies. But I don't go out of my way. I mean, I listen to the American Beauty score a lot, but I listen to more Pride and Prejudice than Atonement. So I'm just going to go off of that, and I'm going to pick Dario Marianelli. But I think Thomas Newman is still probably going to move on. I don't know. Well, we'll see what Kenny says.
One track I've been listening to recently was Dario's Evie Reborn from V for Vendetta. And like I've been listening to that for the past couple months, and I really like that. But I have to give it to Thomas Newman, just like it's like I'm looking at his work. Like when 1917 came out, like I listened to that score a lot. There's a couple tracks on there that really work, and of course he did Bond films. So like Skyfall, probably one of my favorite Bonds. There's one track that's like not even like an orchestral track. It's like it's like electronic or something. It's when he's in Shanghai, and it's I don't know. I listen to that sometimes, and also like Shawshank, like that's just like a whole another thing. That's a classic. So it's hard to compete with Thomas Newman, and I got to give it to him.
No, that's understandable. The guy, I mean, 1917 was one of my favorites of 2019, and The Night Window was just like, when I watched that in theaters, I just got complete chills. Not just because of the visuals, but man, that song.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. And he's been Finding Nemo and a bunch of other, like WALL-E. WALL-E. It's a good one. It's such a good one. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm not super sad, but this was hard. This was really hard. I think this was one of the hardest ones.
He also did The Lost Boys. Thomas Newman did, and that movie's fun. So like,
this is going to be so hard for me, man. I love all of these composers in their own way.
Well, the next matchup I think will be easy for Sophie, but I see it. Yeah, versus Bernard Herrmann.
That's actually a tough one.
Yeah, Bernard Herrmann's actually pretty good, but this is a no-brainer.
That's so tough.
I'm gonna go Joe.
Easy.
I have over 8,000 plays on him. Like I'm his second most listened to. Like I'm his number 2 fan on Spotify. I just love the guy. He's done the most amazing work. He's probably top 3 in my favorite composers. There's no one like Joe. This guy's insane. He does the best music. I'm just picking Joe. But Bernard does some good stuff too. I'm forgetting I think he did Bernard.
A lot of
I think
Hitchcock.
Far From Heaven. Maybe.
Taxi Driver.
His big ones are Taxi Driver, Psycho, and other Hitchcock.
Oh yeah, those are old movies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm picking Joe.
Wait, he did the score for Citizen Kane. I didn't even know that.
That's right.
Crazy.
All right, if anyone wants to go, my pick.
I'll go.
Bernard Herrmann's way better than I thought. Holy shit.
Bernard. I mean, he's got some classic scores. I love the theme for Taxi Driver. It's a great theme.
Saxophone.
I like jazz.
Yeah, and
Taxi Driver.
I mean, all of his Hitchcock scores are classics, but I think I listen to like Joe's scores so much. Like I think I listened to it's between Spirited Away and Howls.
Kenny, you have 200 plays on Joe. I just looked it up.
So that's up there. You know,
that's good. You're number 3.
There's probably even more because I like that only has up until like February last year. So, but
wow.
I think Joe, I gotta give it to Joe. He's probably one of my favorites to listen to. Just great stuff overall. So.
I feel like I don't have anything more to say because I feel like you guys have said like Bernard Herrmann. He's like, a lot of great classic scores, but I think I listen to Joe so much. I listen to all the Ghibli stuff, like just all of them. So it's got to go to him.
Yeah, Bernard Herrmann's great, but yeah, I listen to Joe Hisaishi score all the time. Not on Spotify, but on YouTube because there's a compilation that's like 6 hours long that I just go all through it. But yeah, I love it. I love Kiki's score.
Why do you do that? I have a playlist. You should listen to. I've told you this.
I
listen to my playlist. Then you'll get more listens on Last FM and maybe
See, Sophie, the one on YouTube, they are like ordered in a way where it transitions smoothly. If I played yours and I put it on shuffle, sometimes it's like
I can make it so that it transitions smoothly just for you.
Do it. If you do it, I'll listen to your
Okay, good. That's my next project after I finish Matthew's Spotify project. So
yeah. Well, okay. I mean, I think Joe has taken the cake here. I just wanted to mention Bernard Herrmann. He also did the score to this old noir movie called Hangover Square, which I didn't know he did it till now. Or maybe I forgot. But like there's a scene at the end where this guy is just like playing piano and there's like this building like burning around him and like it's super cool. And like I think the score really helped out that movie. I just wanted to give a shout out for him for that. Because I mean everyone knows about him as Hitchcock and also like Tarantino and De Palma like reuse his themes all the time because they're big fans of Hitchcock. So cool. But yeah, Joe Hisaishi, man. I mean that main theme for Princess Mononoke is next level
so
right
good.
there. Yeah, so also he's outside of his Ghibli work, he's done a lot of work with a filmmaker called Takashi Kitano, and he makes a bunch of like Japanese Yakuza films. And I've seen one of them, and it was pretty sick. So yeah, he's got more variety than just Studio Ghibli. So yeah. Yeah, I don't even know. I guess I'll go Joe. I think I'll still go Joe though. So
Okay.
Nice.
clean sweep for Joe.
Oh, I did the wrong thing.
All right. We'll move on to the next matchup: Nicholas Britell versus James Newton Howard.
Mm-hmm.
Why? This is so tough.
The next one, Sophie. Just wait for the next one.
Ignore it.
Well, for me at least.
So this is all surprise to me.
Okay. For
Same.
this
I don't know
one,
the bracket.
I have to go with Nicholas. I can't talk about Succession because that's a whole
TV.
that's TV. But like Nicholas, Well, I listened to one from The King. I mean, if Beale Street could talk, like that's incredible. You know, Moonlight as well. I do listen to the Don't Look Up theme because it's actually pretty good, even though the movie isn't.
And Vice is freaking awesome.
I haven't seen Vice, so I haven't listened to that. But like those alone are amazing. Like I love like James Newton Howard's work and like in Batman Begins and Dark Knight. Like Why So Serious? Like that, I love listening to that as well. But I honestly have to go with Nicholas. So.
No, that's very valid. You have to watch Vice, dude. That's I think my favorite Bertel score for a movie. It's
Vice
so fucking
is not. I don't know if you should watch Vice though. It's
no, you can just listen to the score.
I
could watch Tokyo Vice, right? Right, Steven?
Don't watch the movie. What?
I can watch Tokyo Vice.
Yeah, dude, I watched all of those at like 10 in the morning today. I finished the first 3 episodes. It's great.
Nice.
First episode.
I'm still gonna watch them.
Sarah's not done with Succession yet.
She's close. She's getting there.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you guys.
Anyway.
Yeah. I'll keep it short and just talk about if Beale Street could talk. And it's just one of the best scores of all time. James Newton Howard. I do enjoy like a lot of his like M. Night stuff as well, Hunger Games. But
yes.
Yeah, I had to give it to Bertel.
Okay.
Damn.
I like Nicolas Bertel's work. However, I gotta go with the composer who composes a theme so good that the composer of Morbius decided to rip it off. I'm going with James Newton Howard. I love his Batman Begins score and the Dark Knight score. I love the Hunger Games stuff that he worked with. Also, Unbreakable, great score. So yeah.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I listen to Unbreakable all the fucking time.
It's so good.
Yeah. By the way, obviously I'm going James Newton Howard here. I don't think anyone's gonna.
No, I'm the tiebreaker.
But also in Nicholas Bertel's defense, his only movie I've seen is Vice. I know I need to watch Barry Jenkins' work. I'm sorry, but that's I really need to watch Moonlight already. But yeah, no, James Newton Howard's great. He has some weird movies he does though. Like he's done a lot of like rom-coms that I don't think his music really stands out. Which you don't need it to in a rom-com. It's whatever. But yeah, I mean, his M. Night work is fucking beast mode, and I Am Legend is great too. That's a really good one.
Fucking beast mode.
It is. It's fucking beast mode. To me, yeah. The Village score, dude. Like all it's so good. It's so good.
Dude, yeah, The Village. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The Village is probably one of my favorite James Newton Howard scores. But you guys missed. He did Atlantis. I know, Dinosaur. Shut up.
So I was about to bring up Dinosaur.
I know, shut up. That's my most listened to song on Spotify. Is the fucking Egg Travels. But it's so good.
Dude, that is a great song.
I know.
I forgot about Dinosaur. He did Dinosaur.
And he did Atlantis and Treasure Planet. So guys, you're missing the big Disney movies here. Atlantis, Treasure Planet are fucking awesome.
James Newton Howard could have done 0 Disney movies and I'd still vote for him. So. Just saying.
Yeah, Atlantis. He did Dinosaur. He did Fantastic Beasts, but no one knows that one that well. And the Hunger Games movies are great.
Good.
Also, he worked with Michael Mann too on Collateral. So boom.
He also
I
did.
Think he can't be beat here.
Yeah, he also did a movie I loved from last year, but Matthew didn't, called Raya and the Last Dragon, and I love the score. The score was so good. You can't deny it.
And it's fine.
Well, and Fugitive, another one. Oh my gosh.
The Fugitive, yeah. James Newton Howard, I'm picking him. I love Bertel, but I think I love Bertel because of Vice mostly and Succession, but Succession's TV, so it's really hard to just like. I've listened to the Moonlight and Beale Street, but it's not like go-to. There's not go-to though for me.
So good.
Like they're great, but I don't listen to them a lot.
Cruella's
he
good
did
too,
Cruella.
yeah.
That's right. I loved Cruella. I wish they used his score more because they drowned it in soundtrack
Terrible
songs
soundtrack.
they got a
from the
lot of
freaking
soundtrack.
So bad.
60s or something like that.
Yeah,
It was
no, the
awful.
soundtrack's terrible, but
I
hey,
mean, the songs are good. I
Soundtrack's
just
not
Songs are good,
I
but
hate the way
the
they
soundtrack's bad.
shoved all
The
the
songs are
songs
good.
in there. You know?
Which
I
movie I was
hate
looking
that.
at
The
James
songs are
Newton
good.
Howard scores.
Individually.
Yeah, dude, James Newton Howard is gonna win for me here. He's done a bunch of stuff I love, and the Batman Begins and the Dark Knight. I mean,
the
he wins.
more I've
That is
been
my
looking
choice.
at his list, I'm like, wait, this guy's like got a lot
A
of
legend.
like
He did,
Yeah.
he did,
Blood-
he did Peter
Blood
Jackson's King
Diamond
Kong. I didn't
is
know that.
amazing score too.
King
Oh
Kong's
my
good.
gosh, he's got so many good ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
he- I know-
Signs, The Village, Sixth Sense. I think he did Sixth Sense. I'm not sure.
Yes, he did.
He's
He's
done
done
M. Night
every
stuff.
M Night. He did every
Except
M
for
Night
Old.
movie from. No, he did it from The Sixth Sense to The Last Airbender. He did all of them. Or sorry,
Last
no,
Airbender.
After Earth.
After
He did
Earth.
all of them to After Earth. So he was 1999 to 2013. Every M Night movie, it was
There
James
we
Newton
go.
Howard doing the score. So, and like even in his bad movies, the James Newton Howard score was still good. So
Like Maleficent.
yeah.
I'll testify
Well, no,
because
I'm
I
just
just
saying
watched
for
that
Raya,
yesterday.
Like Raya,
Hello.
bad movie, but score works.
Oh, I'm just saying more the M Night ones he did, but yeah.
All right. Well then,
No,
yeah, James Newton Howard does move on. So our next matchup is Hans Zimmer versus Trent Reznor and
Wow.
Atticus Ross.
Why did we have to kick Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross this early? Oh,
Holy crap!
I'm gonna
that's-
like I have to go Hans, but like fucking like Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross
God.
are like my number 3. You know, they Social Network, recently Mank. I did like the Mank score. Girl with the Dragon Tattoo score is insane. I think I think I might even like that more than the Social Network. What else? They did a good job with Soul. Watchmen. I can't talk about Watchmen because that's also a TV show. And then Gone Girl. So it's like a couple bangers right there. But Hans, just like you can't compete with Hans.
Yeah. Where did Sophie? Is Sophie?
I don't know.
I think her
She's
audio
like
messed
hello and
up.
she disappeared. So
Oh.
She's
Okay.
having audio issues.
She's fixing. Yeah.
But
Shit.
we can keep on going.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Reznor and Ross, they created some really. The Social Network is amazing. Soul and Mank, that like double whammy from 2020 is also just like some really great music as well. But I think I'm not even the biggest Hans Zimmer fan, but like he has created so many iconic pieces of
Yeah.
work that like I have to go Zimmer.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I love the duo of Reznor and Ross as well. But yeah, you cannot. It's tough to not go against Zimmer.
Yeah.
Again, his team was ripped off by Morbius. Aside from that, of course, Lion King, Pirates, No Time to Die, which I love. The Madagascar team.
Shark Tale, Megamind.
Shark Tale.
right?
As you can tell,
No,
I watch a lot
Megamind.
of fandom movie. The Boss Baby.
Thin Red Line, which I
Boss
haven't
Baby.
seen, but it's
good.
but
Wonder
that's a
Woman,
great
Wonder
score.
Woman 84 have an amazing
Yeah.
score, as well as Dark Phoenix and
Madagascar.
Amazing Spider-Man 2. Even though not the best films, but the score does not deserve to be that good for that. Well, yeah, because Zimmer's doing it, and
Okay.
I love the score for those two films.
Yeah. Okay. You're good. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just
Okay.
I was spending-
Yeah, I'm going Hans big time here. Has done a lot of work, and it's been very, very good.
We were different.
However, I will say I might find him like slightly overpraised, just because Hans gets a lot of praise. I don't know if I'd put him up there with like, yeah, I say that, but the more I think about it, the more I'm like, nah, like he really is that good. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, he did like the Rain Man score, just like that's a weird one, but I like it because it's kind of different.
Yeah.
What's another one? The Last Samurai is like, yes, so good. Also, The Rock, of course. if you want adrenaline, just listen to The Rock. That score is just the best thing ever. And then obviously his work with Nolan, and stuff like that. So there's a lot. I mean, we could go talk a lot about Hans.
The Lion King.
Inception, Interstellar.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, my headphones died and then StreamYard just stopped working for me. I don't know why.
Good.
Strange.
The Man of Steel theme is very good. Like I haven't watched that movie in almost 10 years, but the theme is very, very good.
Is there an echo?
Probably for you. I don't hear anything.
No.
Okay, good. I was just wondering. I don't hear anything to it. Okay, cool.
All right, Sophie, do you have anything you want to say about Zimmer and Reznor and Ross?
I mean, I'm picking Zimmer. I love Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, but I'm picking Zimmer. This is an easy one. So.
Okay. Well, let's move on then. We'll
Sad
go to.
they had to
I
move
mean,
so
you've
early.
got like Trent and Attic. They've done just like a couple movies, and I love as much as I love The Social Network and some of the like Gone Girl. Hans Zimmer, it just doesn't compare to. He's done so.
Well, yeah. No. I mean,
Okay.
he had to go against Hans this early.
I know,
There
that's
is
tough
one.
for Trent.
Hold on, Atticus Ross. I want to make sure it's.
I think I can sum up all our thoughts. Once Ratner and Atticus Ross and Trent Reznor does Boss Baby, they can win it. But then Zimmer wins.
Okay. The Lost
Baby
Highway,
3.
though, there's a song that Atticus Ross did on that Lost Highway. There's a song on there called Driver Down that Atticus Ross did, and it's just like the best thing ever. So you should listen to that. That's the one thing I'll say about those guys before they go down.
Trent's close.
Or it's
with
Trent
David.
Reznor. It's Trent Reznor.
Yeah.
It's Trent Reznor. Yeah.
Trent's close with David Lynch.
Makes
They're buddies.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sure they make music together probably.
Oh, he was in that one episode of The Return.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, let's move on to our next matchup. Patrick Doyle versus Howard Shore.
Those are, and
Wow.
their music is similar, I think, to the way it sounds sometimes, for sure.
Yeah, I can see it.
This is hard.
I think
because
I
I'm
know who
going
I'm
Howard
going
Shore for sure.
I'm
Just
going Patrick
in addition
Doyle.
to Lord of the Rings. In addition to
I'm going
Lord of
last.
the Rings.
Come to me later.
Okay, no. So I'll get it quick. Lord of the Rings, David Cronenberg movies, David Fincher movies, and After Hours. We're good. We're done. That's the story. The only Patrick Doyle scores
He's
can name
done-
off the top of my head are Donnie Brasco and Goblet of Fire because those were
Howard Shore's done like 4 or 5 Scorsese films.
yeah. And
Yeah.
no. So
Silence of the
for me,
Lambs.
it's Howard Shore because Howard Shore's
Yeah, he
music
did
and
Silence of the
David Cronenberg's movies is like so important to the atmosphere. Like he just makes them work. As amazing as Cronenberg, like I'm a huge fan of his, but the atmosphere in his movies is incredible, and a lot of that has to do with Howard Shore. So, yeah, I'll look at Patrick Doyle though because I just can't remember what else he's done.
I guess
Thor, the
I
first
can
Thor,
go,
Cinderella. Yeah, Matthew, go.
I guess for me, for
Artemis
Howard Shore,
Fowl.
I really only like the Lord of the Rings score for Howard Shore, but like with Patrick Doyle, he's the composer that I listen to a lot more, and that's like the kind of style of music that I enjoy listening to more often. It's just like very beautiful and like Cinderella, Brave, Goblet of Fire, Murder on Orient Express, and Death on the Nile also great scores too. But I think it's just the style I like more, so I have to go Doyle.
I think you just got to listen to more Howard Shore because I think stylistically they're not very different, but I respect the take. I'm just saying, I think stylistically they're not so different.
I have to go with Howard the Shore. Howard the Shore.
Howard the Shore.
Howard the
Howard. Yeah, I was gonna say like Lord of the Rings or something, but the Lord of the Rings soundtracks are unmatched. I gotta write an essay about them, so I think they're very good, and like Seven's score is very good. Seven and Silence of the Lambs, they have more like traditional scores, but they work for like those those. They're dark movies, but they work.
I forgot about Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, that's a good
and
one.
also Hugo. So Hugo is another good score.
I love Hugo.
Yeah.
That's such a good one.
So I gotta go with Howard Shore.
Albert?
Sophie, you want to go first or should
Albert.
I? This
Uh-oh.
is so tough because I love the ones that Matthew mentioned, and I love the theme for Thor. Like when the team from Thor comes back in Ragnarok, I freaked out in the theater, and I was sitting next to Kenneth, and he doesn't know why I freaked out. It's like they're just talking.
I did the same thing.
Because they're just talking, and then the team played. I was like, yeah. But I gotta go with Howard the Shore because of his work in Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, just like the main theme, the Misty Mountains theme, the Shire theme is just all incredible. Also, his score for A History of Violence, Cronenberg. Wait, no, that's not Cronenberg. That's
Yes, it is.
It is Cronenberg. Yeah, no, I'm mixing up Road to
Sam Mendes
Perdition
could
and-
never make a movie
yeah.
as cool as David.
I'm mixing History of Violence and Road to Perdition. But yeah,
No,
no,
you're
his
good.
score for
You're good.
uh,
No, they're
History of
very
Violence
different
is
directors.
great.
That's all.
so I'm going with Shore.
All right.
You're not a tiebreaker anymore, Sophie.
H. Okay, so let's see here. Howard Shore. Man, that Lord of the Rings, it's great, but it's no Mrs. Doubtfire. That's the one that sells it for me for Howard Shore.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Mrs.
All
Doubtfire has that score, you know. And I'm just kidding. Dude, Howard Shore also did Spotlight. That's a really subtle but awesome score. This is tough because I really love Patrick Doyle. I love his work in Cinderella. I love his work in Goblet of Fire, the Murder on the Orient Express. Like that song called Justice is absolutely gorgeous. Obviously, what I say doesn't matter. I'm going to pick Patrick Doyle because I love him more. But damn, Howard Shore, good for you for moving on. I like you too.
Yeah.
Only one of them did a Twilight film, so you know.
Well,
That was Howard Shore, or was it Patrick?
Howard Shore.
Yeah,
Howard Shore
that's
did
what I
Eclipse.
thought. He
Was
did
it
Eclipse, yeah.
Eclipse? Yeah.
Eclipse.
Yes, yeah. That's what I thought.
That score sucked.
well, we'll move on to our next matchup then. Danny Elfman versus Daniel Pemberton.
Mm.
This is tough. Poor
Battle
Daniel.
of the Dannies.
Easiest-
With Daniel.
That's super
Battle of
easy
the
for me.
Dannies. Yeah.
If I'm going Elfman all day here. It's like
No,
I
this
don't
was
even know.
tough, man.
I'll have to.
I
think
don't
about
even
it.
know if I've heard it. I don't even know if I've seen a movie with
Spider-Verse.
Daniel Pemberton.
He did
score.
Spider-Verse.
Spider
He
Verse.
did
I have seen that
Trial of
movie.
Chicago 7, Steve Jobs.
Yeah, I haven't seen those.
The
I don't like
Aaron
Aaron
Sorkin directed
Sorkin,
movies.
so I
Pemberton's
don't like
really
Aaron
good.
Sorkin.
Pemberton's got a good filmography there. But
Oh, he
I-
also did The Man
Um,
from U.N.C.L.E., but like I don't really think about the score at all. So
The
yeah.
only two of Daniel's I would say is Man from U.N.C.L.E. and Spider-Verse. But like I don't remember Chicago 7. I don't remember yesterday's score. I don't remember Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs is
There's
excellent.
also-
That's Danny Elfman. I gotta go.
This
Danny
is
Elfman.
another case of the Danny Elfman just has too many good ones.
Yeah, Danny Elfman's
Yeah.
iconic.
That's
I'm gonna
longevity.
go Danny Elfman, obviously here.
Danny Elfman's got Batman. He's got Edward
Beetlejuice.
Scissorhands. What else? I'm looking at it.
His work
Spider-Man.
with
And
Burton
Spider-Man.
and
The Charlie the
Raimi.
Chocolate
His work with
Factory
Burton-
score, I actually know.
Slap harder than Will
It's like-
Smith.
Oh.
Well, Will Smith is in Men in Black, and his
Ew.
score in Men in Black is also good.
Danny Elfman did.
Ah.
Well,
Yeah.
Except
Danny
he named
Elfman
all of his songs main
Wins
title.
unanimously.
Danny
And I don't
Elfman
know which
composed-
main titles.
composed the better Spider-Man movie, or the better Spider-Man score. I mean, not the.
Oh,
Better
he did.
the better
In
Spider-Man
terms of
score.
score,
He
I
did
agree.
Midnight
In
Run.
terms of score, I didn't mean the movie was better, but I
Yeah,
think I think that makes it easy because like Spider-Man, the score for Spider-Man that Danny Elfman did, it's just so much,
probably
so
my
good.
favorite work.
And hey, Danny Elfman, Mission Impossible.
2.
No, for
No,
one.
2 was
Oh, right,
Hans
no, Hans Zimmer is 2. Yeah, no one.
Yeah.
You're right.
And then just all the Tim Burton stuff is also just great. So,
Yes.
So
Mhm.
It's like the Burton Raimi combo. Although his work with Burton is probably better, but
Oh yeah.
yeah. I mean, Beetlejuice. Edward Scissorhands, Nightmare Before Christmas.
it's his Burton stuff is just where he goes hard.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so that's
I love the Darkman
easy.
score, even though it sounds just like the Batman.
Unanimous.
Yeah. All right. So Danny Elfman moves on, and we'll go to our next matchup: John Bryan versus James Horner.
Oh man,
That's how you say his name. Okay, that was a John Brion.
I
John
looked it up
Bryan,
too,
Oregon
one time when I
player.
wrote a question.
So,
Oh, okay, fair. Didn't
John
know that.
Bryan was actually one of John Mulaney's comedy specials, playing the organ.
Oh,
Yeah,
fun facts.
I knew him before I knew he was a composer for like all these other movies. Like,
I guess John Bryan did Punch Drunk Love. That's
Yeah,
cool
that's-
because that's a good score, I think. Right?
Yeah, it is.
I don't
It's great. Oh my god.
Quite a few
I mean,
PTA.
like just the PTA scores that he's made. Lady Bird is, one of my favorite movies, and
Yeah,
I
Lady
really
Bird.
like that score a lot. And then Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is just it's also just
Yeah.
I gotta
great.
go with John Bryan. I'm looking at James Horner. He's got some classics. He's got Titanic. Well, if you count Avatar as a classic, but Aliens.
It is. Classic.
But like I listened to John Bryan's like Eternal Sunshine and also Punch Drunk Love. Like all like Punch Drunk, it's kind of split into two. It's like a more frantic score, just like very tense, and then there's also just like a nice a loving score. And it just works very well for the movie. So
Yeah, no, I was gonna say the same thing. I think I like John Bryan more. It's a more of like personal taste, and I think even though Horner has some like classics, I don't really care for them as much.
So
Yeah.
so two for
You don't
Bryan.
care for You don't care for
who's going next?
I can go next. The only one from John Bryan's score that I really love is Eternal Sunshine. And for James Horner, I love his work in Aliens. I love his work in the Star Trek stuff. An American Tail have a great music.
Yes,
so I love
American
that too.
Tail had such a good score.
Did he do Land Before Time?
Yes, Whispering Winds. That's James Horner.
Okay, they just solidifies my vote for Horner.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going with Horner.
You guys are missing like a big one. He did
Amazing Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I love that.
I don't remember that score. I only remember the Hans Zimmer Amazing Spider-Man 2 score.
Both
which
scores
is
are
probably
good.
way better.
Both scores.
No, it's not. James Horner's is way better
There's
than Zimmer's.
there's not any good Spider-Man
both
music
versions.
made after 2004, so it doesn't.
Dude, Michael D.
Oh,
Fox did a good
wow.
job for Homecoming. What are you talking about?
Wow.
Also,
And
Into the
even then,
Spider-Verse-
Danny Elfman was phoning it in by the time he got to
Into the
Spider-Man.
Spider-Verse. Come on.
Hot
Anyways, back to Horner.
The soundtrack for Spider-Verse is where it's at. They're not the
Braveheart is really, really good. And when I listen to a lot, he did Apollo 13 too. That's a great one. Avatar, obviously, did A Beautiful Mind. I listen to that a lot. And Legends of the Fall. I've never seen that movie, but I really love the music. I know who's in that movie based on how many times I've seen the album cover. But yeah, no, I'm picking Horner here. This is an easy one for me. I don't listen to John ever.
That's why I have the crown.
Yeah, you can have it. I sometimes listen to Eternal. I listen to Punch Drunk Love, but it's not credited as John Bryan in Spotify. It's Punch Drunk Love, and I was like, okay, fine, that's okay. But I listen to James Horner way more. He's included a lot a lot of his movies are included in that soaring playlist I have, and I listen to so much. And James Horner's like a big part of it, and I'm just like, you know what? I love this guy. So he's got some classics out there, and I like his style. So I'm going with Horner.
Commando.
Is that 2 and 2?
That is all.
That's
James
3-2.
Horner all the way.
3-2.
Okay.
Damn.
Commando, baby.
Then we
He did
tried,
the Commando
Matthew. We
score.
tried.
Yeah.
John Bryan, no way. Are you kidding me? James Horner has way too many classics. His work with Mel Gibson and James Cameron is more than enough. So
Yeah, Aliens. I forgot about that one. He's really good at Aliens.
Yup.
Yeah. So
All right. Well, what's the
That's-
next one?
Okay. Our next one is John Williams versus John Carpenter.
you can't do this to
Battle
me.
of the
You can't
John.
do this to me.
This is so
I'm
easy.
sorry. This is just
All right, so we know
You
Steven.
asshole.
So we know Steven's going with John Carpenter.
No way. You didn't compare anyone
You
with John
think that?
Williams.
You think that?
I think
You
even
think
Steven would
You
go
think
against
that.
him for
that. You
this.
think
I don't know.
that.
We'll see.
You
Is
think
this like the
that.
number 1 seat versus like the number 32 seat?
No,
No,
7 and 26. Yeah.
7 is 26, yeah.
I thought John
That's
Williams
wild.
did a little bit more music than that. But,
No. No, he didn't. Well, so they're
John
the
Williams
ones
is
that,
making it to the final four.
The issue is
John
John
Williams
Carpenter
wins
hasn't
this. Come on.
composed enough, but
Mhm.
John Carpenter is.
I'm not gonna spend
Yeah.
too much time on this one since I probably want to do more John Williams deep dive when we get to like an actual matchup.
Yeah.
Sorry, John
Yeah.
Carpenter, but I'm going John Williams. Easy.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. and like
I think
John
everyone's
Carpenter has some really great scores, but I mean, it's John Williams. It's
Yeah,
hard to
the
go
only
against it.
the only scores I know from him, and maybe I'm just unfamiliar. The only scores I know is just a Halloween. I don't know if
He's
Yeah,
done every
all-
single. All of his movies were composed by him,
not the
except
thing.
for the thing, the
Okay.
thing and the war,
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
and
Prince of
like
Darkness,
maybe
it has such a
I
good
didn't
score.
know that.
I think it's probably my
Yeah.
favorite score, Prince of Darkness. That's all I'm gonna say though.
Mm.
But because I
Okay.
think Williams,
John
is-
Williams.
John
It's
Williams.
too good.
Also, oh, I forgot.
Too
He also didn't do Starman. That was another one he did.
Yeah, that's
do.
right.
That was Jack Nitsche, I think his name. Yeah.
Okay.
Steven, is there anything you want to say about John Carpenter?
I'm gonna vote Carpenter here because in my mind he might be a better composer than he is director, and he's my favorite director, and that's all I have to say about that too. So, but like, I mean, John Williams, you can't go wrong. Like, I'm okay with him. If there's anyone he's gonna lose to in the first round, it better be John Williams. Like, so, but yeah, no, Carpenter is, my favorite score, but like, how do you even pick a favorite John Carpenter score? You can't. They're all so fucking good. Actually, I'll just say Vampires is a lot of fun. That like theme that
Yeah, I like the
he has the Vampires music, not like the main theme is kind of whatever. It's just like stupid dad rock, but then like that like more Western tangy theme that he gets from it's I think it's called, or his album like of like John Carpenter's greatest hits has like every single one of his also yeah, but that Vampires like little Western twang music, it's just like it's so good. It was in my top 5 most listened to last year, I think, and as was Unbreakable. I think that one of the songs from there just that's random, but also I love Christine. That one is growing on me big time. That score is like just that. Yeah, it's so good. And I like the subtlety too. It's not as like I mean, most of his scores are subtle, but they're very like ambient background music. But like Christine, I think the way he uses it there is just perfect. So yeah, enough there. I love you, John Carpenter. I'm sorry you had to go up against John Williams. And how are both of these guys alive? I have no clue. John Carpenter's looked like he's 75 since he was 47. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, John Williams is unmatched. One particular like track I wanted to highlight was the planet Krypton from Superman, which is different than the main theme, but it's probably one of my favorites to listen to by John. It's just it starts off so so small, and it builds up, and then it just explodes, and it's beautiful. I don't know. I can't describe it well, but I think every single person's been touched by John Williams' scores.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So John Williams moves on. As we go into our next matchup, Henry Jackman versus Carter Burwell.
Oh, jeez.
Why couldn't John Carpenter faced off against these guys? God damn it.
I still wouldn't pick these guys. But that's just me.
What did you go off again, Matthew? Like
Films they've scored.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's
so-
why John
Okay,
Williams
I
is like.
think-
lower
I
than,
actually
like-
pretty certain I know who I want to pick now.
So
just
this
based on-
is basically Twilight versus Kingsman, right? Everyone's thinking
Coen
the same
Brothers.
logic. Everyone's thinking the same
No.
logic. Twilight's the first thing that comes to mind. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, I have a different verses in my mind.
No, I'm just joking.
Hmm. Who wants to start? Because I am still.
I'll start.
I'm going Carter Burwell because his work with the Coens, and that is basically it. And I think Henry
Raising
Jackman
Arizona
just
is such a
I
unique
don't
score.
really love Henry Jackman's music. it doesn't really work for me. It's just like standard superhero fare. But and like but like Uncharted 4, it's really good. And that he scored that, which
It's tough.
that's cool. But like that's a video game, so and it's still Cohen's, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
I
go
think I
Carter
would-
Burwell.
I have to agree with Steven. I think just with all the Coen brothers that Carter Burwell has done, like the score for
Whoa,
already
what is that?
mentioned.
Liking coffee. The only thing personal about coffee is that it gave
Oh, sorry. I opened TikTok and I thought I was on mute. That is my fault.
Yeah.
Professionalism.
I just heard something about coffee.
Man.
God.
Yeah, I
Whose
mean,
turn was
yeah,
it?
Raising Arizona is great. But then also, I really like Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and Carol.
Carol.
So I got to go with Burwell.
Interesting.
I can go. I can go next.
Albert.
You want to go? You want to go first?
This one's tough because I feel the same way about both of them, like equally. Like I like 2 scores from Carter Burwell and 2 scores from Henry Jackman. Like Winter Soldier and First Class, I listen to a lot. Like those, and that Magneto score, man, that's just like one of the best villain scores I've ever heard. It's like top 5 for me. That I rock out to that in the car. It gets me pumped. That entire First Class score is fantastic, and I really wish they kept him throughout the trilogy, but they didn't. But that's the thing. He only has like 2. I mean, he did Big Hero 6, which is pretty good too, and the Extraction movie, which is fine. But for Carter Burwell, I really like his Twilight score a lot. I mean, that stuff's iconic. Fuck, I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna go. What I'll just say Henry Jackman for now to see what other people say. But honestly, I will be happy with either of them advancing. Personally.
Okay. You can probably tell based on the people's taste of which one is gonna go for this one. I love Burwell's score for True Grit, and Twilight is also pretty good, and No Country for Old Men. But I love Henry Jackman's score for the Captain America sequels. For Kingsman, his score is awesome. For Kick-Ass, and X-Men First Class probably might be my favorite of his work. So yeah, I'm going with Jackman for this one.
What's the score right now? Is it 2-2 or is
I
it?
think it's 2-2. Tiebreaker.
Have fun.
Okay. So like I would always listen to it was like the end credits for Captain America Winter Soldier. That was great. And then also like X-Men First Class's themes, especially Magneto's themes for Henry Jackman. But the Fargo theme, really, really good. You know, it's like kind of blows everything out of the water. It's just it just sounds, because like I just think it sounds more of a score than Henry Jackman's work. You know, like I don't know. I think I gotta go with Carter. So.
Okay.
Sorry, Henry.
Sounds more of a score. That's an interesting description. I'm not upset.
It gives it an epic feel, kind of.
Yeah.
Even though it's a short movie, small location, it makes it more cinematic.
I feel like a lot of Henry's stuff is like kind of generic. Like I can't pinpoint it to it.
I
but
just think Henry Jackman's music sounds so generic to me. But like,
it sounds badass. That's the word you're looking for.
No, if I'm thinking like badass, I'm thinking like Hans Zimmer or like Nikki Glennie Smith or
Carter could never do Pixels, but Henry could do Pixels.
Yeah. Pikachu, Puss in Boots. Come on, yeah. Carter Burwell's good too. So yeah.
All right, let's go on to our next matchup.
Oh, this is tough.
Michael Giacchino versus Alexander Desplat.
You've got to be kidding me, dude.
I'll go first.
I'll go second.
Wait,
I'll go
why
second.
didn't you Why didn't you put Jackman and Giacchino and Carter Burwell as Desplat? That would have been so much easier.
That's the seating, bro.
That's not how the seating worked. Well, okay, I'll just say I'll go Giacchino here. I think Desplat doesn't really have anything I love too much, or is it Desplat? I don't know.
Oh no!
I don't have anything like his Harry Potter scores are not good. I think part 2 has some good individual songs, but like part 1 is the worst Harry Potter score. It also just doesn't. I don't know. I've never been super big on him, but I think he's a good composer. But like comparatively to Giacchino, Giacchino's one I wasn't really huge on before, and then I really loved the Batman music a lot, and I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe Giacchino is really good. But also, like, his work with Pixar is very good. So, yeah, I'll just say Giacchino. I think you guys will delve deeper anyway, so I'll just leave it at that.
I can go next. First of all, lots of representation of Twilight in this bracket. Loving it.
New Moon, great score.
No Daft Punk.
No fun with Twilight all over. No, I think. First of all, my vote's going to Giacchino. He's my favorite composer of all time. But yeah, this plot, a lot of his stuff have very similar vibes, and they are good. Like Little Women, Shape of Water, Grand Budapest Hotel. There's like something about those scores that's sort of maybe they're because like period pieces, and like maybe because of the Wes Anderson touch for 2 of them. But like it's very similar, a lot of his stuff. While Giacchino is like diversifying everywhere. And he is good at like reinventing themes as well. That's like pre-existing. So yeah, I gotta go with Giacchino. He's my favorite composer.
Okay, I just want to say though, Desplat did do a Tree of Life. That's pretty hit.
Yeah, Tree of Life.
I mean, it's more the movie.
Well, okay,
like,
Tree of Life kind of depended on like actual orchestral compositions. That's
the thing. I was like, I'm not really gonna say that's because of him. Like, I shouldn't attribute my love for the movie to him. So
yeah,
like that's cool.
I
haven't seen enough Wes Anderson movies. That's another issue. I've only seen 3 Wes Anderson movies. So
there you go.
That's
gotta watch more, buddy.
But also, I don't know if I'd love his work because I'm not. Wes Anderson's style has never been huge for me. But,
it's a certain style. It's not for everyone. So
yes,
no, I don't think it'd be your vibe.
However, I love the Grand Budapest Hotel.
It's pretty great.
So Batman, like I didn't really listen to Giacchino that much. I listened really only was the Homecoming theme, and then I kind of didn't really listen to it that much. I didn't really listen to any of the Pixar movies. Gotta applaud them though. But the Batman brought some love for Giacchino. Like I've been listening to that a lot since it came out. But I gotta go with Desplat. like the Wes Anderson themes or the Wes Anderson scores I can always go to. Probably my favorite out of the what did he do? He did 4 or 5?
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
My favorite's gotta be Moonrise Kingdom. I don't know why. It's like
one. It over and over again.
Yeah, that's why I like it. It's a very simple score, you know. It's like, oh no, that's the next. I don't know. I like his stuff. I like his Harry Potter stuff. And I mean, that's really all I've seen of his. I haven't seen Shape of Water. The only experience I have with that score is them playing it at the 2018 Oscars when they would play the scores at the Oscars back in my day. But Imitation Game, also great score. So I gotta go with Desplat. Matthew, did you go or no?
I did not go yet because
I guess you go.
I mean, so Alexander Desplat is probably my favorite composer, but Ratatouille is my favorite score of all time. Which is this is a dilemma for me. I kind of want to wait for Sophie to go.
Yeah, yeah.
And I can. Hopefully, there's no tiebreaker, but
Yeah.
I have to be the one to break the tie.
Desplat did Godzilla, so
he did. I mean, Rise of the Guardians, underrated score. I listened to so much Desplat. Like, I listened to The Curious Case of Benjamin Button before I saw the movie, just because I listened to like all of Desplat's filmography.
Oh, he did. Oh, I need to plug that. Mr.
Brothers
Wonder Emporium.
Yeah,
just vote for Giacchino. Just vote for Giacchino.
Wait. No.
Yeah, you can.
We gotta wait for Sophie.
All right,
Sorry,
Sophie.
there was a homeless guy walking around in the front of my house and we didn't know what to do.
Oh,
My dad was like, call the police. And I'm like, we'll just call our neighbors. So they're taking care of it right now. Anyways,
That's fun.
what are we at? Oh, okay, yeah. I was thinking, I looked and I have 100 more plays for Desplat than I do of Giacchino, but that does not mean anything.
Yeah, it could.
No,
that's surprising.
No, I just listen to the Wes Anderson stuff more. But because I haven't listened to a lot of Pixar recently, so it's just been like Wes Anderson vibes. But I gotta give it to Giacchino. I mean, the Monte Carlo score, man. That's what best score of all time. Yeah, sorry. I love Desplat. This one's a big one for me. Like, I love both so much. I listen to Desplat all the time. I listen to Giacchino all the time. But for me, Giacchino is just, I don't know. I like him more. And yeah, I'm just not going to really talk about it much.
Well, thank you for making it not hard on me, because I was very much struggling.
You can still vote for.
Should have just said Giacchino.
No. I mean, I was like, I don't know who to choose, because that's Sophie. I already said this, but Sophie knows who my favorite composer and favorite movie score is.
Do I?
I think Sophie's a bit.
Do I?
Never mind. I thought
You should.
He just said it actually too. But you were worried about the homeless man.
I was worried about the homeless man. I don't know what happened.
Yes, who's my favorite composer, and what's my favorite movie score of all time?
Little Women? I don't know.
No,
it's not. It's Giacchino. You love Giacchino.
But who's my favorite composer? It's Desplat. So it's a problem. But
wait. Oh, you have a wait. Okay, so Desplat's your favorite composer, but what's your favorite movie score?
Ratatouille.
Yeah. Come on. Oh, it's Giacchino. Yeah, I forgot about that. Pixar up, Giacchino, and The Incredibles. Oh, Giacchino, easy, man. Giacchino, easy.
Easy.
I'm sorry, I had a brain fart.
She's gone again.
Oh, she's got to worry about the homeless man.
All right, what's next?
All right. Well, yeah, Giacchino moves on.
I just saw the bracket. I'm like, oh, I could have looked at that before, but
I didn't even know. Where do you see the bracket?
It's just higher up.
Well, you can be surprised and to see what.
I'm gonna be surprised.
What's the last one? Because our last matchup is
the last one.
Johnny Greenwood versus Jerry Goldsmith.
I don't like this one really, but I can start because if anyone's struggling,
I'm not struggling.
I got my pick, but you go.
I think I know who I'm going with.
I've been starting most of them, but that's because I just like. I feel like the issue with this is I think I'm picking a little too much based off which movies I like more, but
that's part of it.
I think the score, if you know, it does correlate. I think it correlates. But I gotta go Jerry Goldsmith. I think. I mean, you can't beat Chinatown, man. You can't beat Chinatown. That's just one of the best scores ever. Period. And then Total Recall is like one of the most fun blockbuster scores ever too, and then he also has Alien and like.
Can I just say
Basic
how
Instinct is like so corny and fun.
Steven and I love the same composer, but for different reasons.
Yeah,
I'm just saying all these movies, and I'm like, that's not why I love Jerry Goldsmith, but I'll take it.
Yeah, it's Chinatown, dude. Like that one's just next level. He's got a very good like classic feel about him, but he's also done fun blockbusters like Total Recall, First Blood. He also did L.A. Confidential. Wait a sec. Hold on. Did he compose this movie? No, he didn't. Okay. Yeah, no, I gotta go Jerry Goldsmith. However, Johnny Greenwood is pretty dang good too. I mean, you can't go wrong with There Will Be Blood. But this is another case. Jerry Goldsmith just has that total filmography, whereas Johnny Greenwood's just getting started. So yeah, but also, yeah, you can't beat Chinatown. You just can't. That's all.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna agree with Steven, but I'm a huge fan of that Mulan score, and that's Jerry Goldsmith.
So good.
I really love Phantom Thread. Good stuff, but yeah, I know, Matthew. I know what you're going for. It's fine. I'm gonna give this one to Jerry Goldsmith though. I love his I love his sound. His sound, it's just it's epic. It's adventurous and it's beautiful. I mean, he did one of my favorites. He did Rudy. I love that movie. Huge football movie. So it's a beautiful score. I'm not including Soren because I know he composed that too, but that's not a movie. Even though you can log it on Letterboxd, so sue me. He did something called Medicine Man. I've never seen the movie, but I freaking love the song called The Trees, and I listened to it so many times.
That's awesome.
I love it.
That's
I
great.
love it. I love it. And
that's such a random movie. That's awesome.
It's in the soaring queue loop when you're standing in line. I listen to it all the time. But Air Force One's another good one. He did the Star Trek stuff that I've never seen, but I love the music too. And I know Albert's exploding right now, so I'll let him talk.
Oh no.
Yeah, Johnny Greenwood's great, but the other JG is better in my opinion. Just like Sophie said, Mulan. The Star Trek First Contact is one of my favorite scores of all time. If you have never listened to it, check it out, especially the credit song. Incredible. Planet of the Apes is good. And Alien, his score in Alien is
Alien.
So,
I forgot about Alien.
Jerry Goldsmith for me.
Alien's amazing.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Well,
that's three.
you
That's three.
guys-
No, Jerry Goldsmith is on. I mean, like for Jerry Goldsmith, I love the Mulan score, like just the 7-note leitmotif that happens for Mulan's theme, and like that anytime you know she's about to do something important, like take her father's place in war, or when she shoots the cannon, like it plays. I really like leitmotifs, and like the love theme is really beautiful. But yeah, Johnny Greenwood is one of my favorites. I love PTA, and I just really like the There Will Be Blood.
The Master,
Phantom Thread is my favorite of those.
Inherent Vice, Licorice Pizza, even though Licorice Pizza doesn't even have.
It's just that one theme, but it's great.
Theme's great, yeah.
Even more recently,
I didn't even. Okay, I need to listen to it because I don't remember it.
Johnny Greenwood did the score.
I'll send it to you.
But you like it's about the soundtrack, not the score. So
yeah, but it still is a good score.
Yeah. For sure, but scores the one thing is still really
good. They just put the score part of the soundtrack because it's only one track.
Mm-hmm. All right, how many more do we have in round one? I'm just curious.
Last year,
this is the last of round one.
This is
it.
Shit.
Actually, we're doing pretty good.
Okay,
let's look at my Johnny Greenwood because Johnny Greenwood is my pick, even though
yeah, like I mean, just from last year, like Spencer, The Power of the Dog, Licorice Pizza, just like
Oh yeah, I forgot. Johnny Greenwood did Spencer. Fuck, that's really good.
I just have to say this next round is going to be so much worse for me because I was pretty pleased with how round one went. Most of my faves.
I forgot who won already.
All my favorites went out.
Oh my god!
All your favorites are out. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got Albert, Steven, like the classic people on this panel, and they're always gonna pick like the bigger ones. It's true.
I got
the bigger ones. What about John Carpenter? I would
let's
say
find out what's in round two.
You put him against an even bigger one.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, well, let's go into round two with Ennio Morricone versus John Powell.
Oh my god.
Yeah, again, you guys know my vote, so
yeah. Okay.
John Powell sounds good. Okay, because I'll vote John Powell as well.
I think solely because of How to Train Your Dragon, I have to go Powell.
I'm going
Guys,
Powell.
guys, have
I'm going Powell.
I just all right,
I'm going
guys.
Powell.
Take 1
3
minute
votes.
to take 1
Steven,
minute to
I'm
listen to the
Ennio.
Once
I'm
Upon a
Ennio,
Time in
Steven.
America
I'm
score.
Ennio.
Listen, like
I'm
Ennio.
here's my argument. Before we finish,
Okay.
think about this. Think
Not
about
gonna
this for a
change my
minute.
mind. How to Train Your Dragon's best.
Yeah,
will be
sorry, I don't
test
even know what the How to Train Your Dragon theme sounds like. Anyway, but
shouldn't
you
even
know
know
what the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly theme sounds like. Because do you know how many advertisements have the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly
Why
music?
are you
Actually, they have
singing the
ecstasy.
So
Of
mainstream
It's
and
just
basic.
Modelo. That's it.
no.
But-
Modelo. Also, the Coke, the like Joel Embiid commercial has it. Also, there's like insurance commercials I've heard it in. Also, it plays. You know, at the beginning of NBA 2K14, the intro with all the players. You know what song that is? The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Rappers reuse that all the time. What about the song Clint Eastwood? You know why it's called Clint Eastwood? Because the song is inspired by The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I mean, and that's not even my favorite score by him. I mean, Hans Zimmer literally said the best score of all time is Once Upon a Time in America. So
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like Cinema Paradiso too, and the Untouchables is really good.
The
too.
Mission is really good.
you
Mission's
can't just
awesome,
base
too.
John Powell off one movie.
I'm
He's
not basing it
that
off
good.
one. I'm basing it
But
off.
let the Steven, let the
No,
record
Matthew
let,
is.
let, it- let the
Matthew
record
is.
state that I picked Ennio for this
Movies. There's 3 How to Train Your Dragon movies, and they're all different. All of them have different
Okay.
themes.
because
One
they
shows-
have different numbers.
It's not.
on
It's you can't say it's like The Godfather though, because like it's Nino Rota, but that's fair. Also, if Nino Rota went against Ennio Morricone, I would obviously go Ennio Morricone. So
Dude, it
I might
just
even
comes
pick
down to
John
what I
Powell.
listen- It just comes down
It's
to
fine.
right now, like
It's
my
fine.
choice,
It's
what I
fine.
listen to the most.
John Powell
Obviously,
wins.
in terms of who's more of a legend, it's Ennio Morricone.
Yeah.
But who I like better and who I will listen to more 10 out of 10 times is John Powell, obviously, to me.
Mhm.
I have a whole playlist just dedicated to How to Train Your Dragon, and I've listened to it like 20 times through.
And Uguay,
Yeah.
Yeah, his work with Hans Zimmer is amazing. Shrek, Chicken Run, Solo, A Star Wars Story. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Solo.
Lando's
okay,
Closet's
that's
such a great
not one I
song.
would-
It's a good score.
It is. I'm sorry. I know
No.
Steven's like triggered. I'm so sorry, dude.
No, it's okay.
This is how
I'm
I
just
felt when Midsommar got out the first round of A24.
I'm flipping out on kind of on purpose just because I want to just make my point.
You can talk
clear.
more about it.
You did.
I'm not
You made-
actually. I'm not actually like angry. I
love your
get my
passion
point
towards it.
across.
I appreciate your
Well,
defense.
Also, what's another one that like he did so many like Italian movies too. Like he did this Western The Big Rundown. It's great. He's done a lot. Like, I mean, the guy literally made the Western sound. Like he literally made a genre. He made a genre like out of his sound is defined. Like that's I don't know. Like I mean, there are other composers who have done similar things, but not on that level. Like it's
I really
insane.
wish I liked westerns, but I don't.
Well, but you like
I
the,
like the
you
scores.
you would like
I
the
do like
music.
the-
I was gonna
do like
say
the music. I do like the
Yeah.
music. I do like the
that's
music.
what I was
That's
gonna
the
say.
only part about those movies that I like.
Well,
And I want to
Yeah,
thank
or-
Morricone for his service and his work.
yes. There's, yeah, that's fair enough. But all right, well, I'm sad he's gone. But hey, I had my wave most of the first round, so it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
R.I.P. Maestro. That's
one that
another
we
thing.
have.
They call him Maestro. Like,
Alan Silvestri versus Randy Newman now.
oh,
Oh,
gosh.
I know this is easy.
This is not easy for
Alan.
me.
Alan.
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 I gotta go Randy.
I'm going Alan. The Avengers is just too iconic to throw away, and Back to the Future and Lilo and Stitch and freaking
Also,
Parent
hot
Trap.
Toy
chocolate.
Story.
So
Hot chocolate. That's the soundtrack, though. But I guess he did work a lot on the music on that. so-
Stephen, Albert, what are we thinking?
I mean, I'm going with Alan Silvestri.
Okay, I abstain. I didn't. I guess I abstained.
All right, Alan.
I don't
Alan
care.
it is.
The Team 2 Back to the Future and Avengers are like one of my favorites.
I think,
Yeah.
it's more like it's tough because I think Silvestri might have a bit more iconic, but like Newman, the weight he carried for Pixar in those early years is like so important.
Two Newmans carried for Pixar, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Maybe three if you call Paul Newman.
Alright.
Let's move on.
Do we not have
to-
Ludwig on here?
Oh, whoa.
I was
Okay.
upset. Yeah.
Didn't
Oh
realize.
yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Ooh,
I
this
don't know
one's
how that
tough.
happened.
Not enough music filmography.
I think just
unfortunately.
maybe not. Yeah, I don't know.
You
No,
just
yeah,
forgot.
he's getting there. He's getting there.
We should have replaced him with like John Bryan, like, like.
No, John Bryan's just been in the
Menken
industry
versus
more,
Thomas
that's why.
Newman.
Nicholas Bertel or some.
I thought I put him in,
replaced.
but I mean, I guess
It's
apparently-
okay. It's
I don't know.
okay. I would have. I think a lot of us would have had him going far.
All right.
Yeah,
It's
he
okay.
would definitely go further. I think but Last FM doesn't like him, so that's probably why.
This is.
Well, I don't.
I'm going.
I don't
Thomas
really
for this.
update my last FMs like ever. so-
You're going Thomas Newman?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I'd go Newman as well, actually, just because
Two for Newman.
Menken's just more like a musical guy, and I feel like his composer work isn't really notable enough for me. He's like a pop artist more than like a real musician in some ways. But Menken's way better than a pop artist. I'm just saying in comparison to like more composers that I like.
His work for Enchanted is so freaking good.
True.
This is hard, man. This is really
This
hard.
is hard, but I think I gotta go Newman.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Newman too. This hurts
Same.
because I love Menken, but I think Newman takes the cake here, man.
Clean sweep.
Yeah.
Wow.
this
Next
is
up,
hard.
we have Joe Hisaishi versus James Newton Howard.
That's tough.
Oh,
It's
wow.
Joe. Joe.
I'm gonna go James Newton Howard though.
I gotta go Joe.
but I think he's
Joe,
gonna
man.
lose. So
Albert, what do you think?
Joe. And
Wait, so
I'm not
there is
gonna-
2 for Joe, 1 for James, right? Okay.
yeah.
God,
Spirited
this is-
Away, Castle in the
Oh.
Sky, Kiki's Delivery Service, Princess Mononoke, My Neighbor
Oh,
Totoro.
hmm.
Like, oh my fucking god! Like, I can't even. I love James Newton Howard. You guys heard me before in Run Run, but Joe, man,
I'm just waiting to see what Albert says.
that's not fair. You should. I'm saying
Yeah,
that as
if
like,
Albert
yes,
if
all right.
Albert says James Newton Howard, it's gonna be tied, so it doesn't matter what Albert picks.
Albert's not gonna say James Newton Howard.
I'm
Albert's gonna say Joe.
as much as I love James Newton Howard's stuff, I gotta go with Joe.
Yeah, I knew that.
I was gonna pick Joe regardless, so.
You just
I was too. I was tempted. I'm like, should I go with James to make Kenny do the tiebreaker? Just for
yeah,
fun,
no.
But no, yeah, Joe.
I respect it. Joe Hisashi's a very talented composer. I'm not complaining.
Lots of composers starting with J.
Wait, yeah, like that's a guy I would have been cool with beating.
Joe, Jerry, James, John.
Why did John Powell have to beat Ennio Morricone? Like, well.
Your draft.
that's the guy that had to beat him.
It's a sign for you to watch those
Well,
movies and listen to my
well,
playlist.
I have seen
What we got next?
How to Train Your Dragon, but it's
Now
been
you
like
can listen to my
now
the
it
playlist.
hasn't. It's been like over 10 years, or not over 10 years. I don't know when it came out, but I mean, yeah. Anyway,
Okay, well, next up we have Hans Zimmer versus Howard Shore.
Ooh.
On Hound Zimmer here.
Zimmer.
I don't
Zimmer.
like this at all.
Yeah,
Okay, 2 for Zimmer.
I gotta go Zimmer too. I think.
Okay, well there you go.
All right, I'll vote Howard Shore just because I might like him more than Zimmer. I'll be honest. I listen to Hans Zimmer's scores more, but I don't think that should consider equality because
I'll go-
sometimes it's just like it's literally just because The Rock gives me adrenaline, and that is literally
Zimmer also comes out with like
the movie.
Nicolas
Michael-
Cage,
Michael Bay
Michael Bay, Michael Bay movie.
It's like the best movie ever made. You've never.
Wow.
It's literally the greatest film ever made. I
No,
just want you to know that
No,
it's the greatest.
Don't
film
overhype
ever
it for
made.
Sophie. She's gonna be disappointed.
Probably.
She knows
No,
I'm exaggerating. You'd have fun with it though. I don't. Think
I mean, Michael Bay's fun. I love The Island, so unironically.
Yeah, no, it's way better than The Island. By the
The
way,
Island's so
It's-
much
What a
fun.
choice.
I enjoy The Island, but it's way better than The Island because it
I
has
wanna
Nick
watch
Cage,
Angela.
Sean Connery, Ed Harris,
Sean Connery and Ed Harris. Sean Connery.
and Nick Cage.
Oh, I thought you said Sean Bean. I'm like, he probably dies, doesn't he?
And, well, Sean
Alright.
Bean's in The
Well,
Island. Though.
let's
Yeah, but
move
he
on.
dies.
Zimmer.
From talking about The
Spoiler
Rock
alert.
to the next Danny Elfman versus James Horner.
Danny Elfman.
Oh, that's hard again.
I gotta go.
But I
Danny
think I'm gonna
Elfman
go
as well.
Elfman. I think I'm gonna go Elfman.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's three already.
Yeah, it's gonna be quick. These ones are gonna be quick.
Yeah.
And the next
For
one's gonna be quick
for
too, I
John
think.
Williams, though, if we want to talk more about him later, because we didn't really talk about him.
I
but-
probably would have gotten
Honestly,
Horner
though-
here, but I think
Yeah.
Elfman is just the more.
Yeah, I'm
whimsical
leaning
guy.
towards
I
entering
think-
towards Elfman as well.
Not that I mean I really love James Horner though. Don't get me wrong. Like that Braveheart score is like
So
the greatest
freaking
thing
good.
ever. It's
Yeah.
literally the greatest thing ever. But
Okay, do they use like Jupiter, like the Gustav Holst?
Probably. A lot of
because
composers.
I've always associated that with Braveheart, but I don't even know if they use it.
A lot of composers have used stuff from the planets for their scores. I watched
Okay.
a YouTube video about it.
I'll
I'm
look
gonna,
it up.
I'm gonna send it to you, Kenny. You'd find it pretty cool.
I'd watch that video. Jupiter Gustav Holst. I'm gonna look up like in movies.
Also, then
next one.
yeah, next one we got John Williams versus Carter Burwell.
John
John
Williams.
Williams. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I think
easy.
This one's
John Williams.
more obvious than
Whoosh.
other.
I mean, I don't even think we need to talk about John Williams,
Williams.
because everyone knows everything about John Williams. We know how iconic
Yeah.
he is. We know
Yeah.
everything he's done.
Yeah.
And the mark he's left on all of our hearts. So yeah.
But if you have any like
Easy.
underrated John Williams picks, you want to?
The Long Goodbye.
That's a good.
It doesn't
yeah, that's
sound
a-
like John Williams at all. Either.
did
It's like a
that?
jazz.
Oh.
It's like jazzy. It's sick. Like
for
it
John
doesn't.
Williams-
It's like it's a subtle. It's like a very subtle score compared to his usual work. Also,
Saving
Minority
Private
Report's-
Ryan is like, I love that score so much.
Also, Minority Report is amazing too. I love that. That might be like, I mean, that's one of those movies. Like, it might be my favorite Spielberg. It might be my favorite John Williams score. Like, it's insane. Like, it's one of those underdog movies. Not that it's not liked, but just like, yeah, that score to me is incredible because I think it still has that Williams feel to it, but like he's able to go in a different direction, which I really like.
Yeah, I'd say also another underrated one is a movie I've never seen, but I really like the score, is called Far and Away with Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise.
Okay.
There's a song called The Land Race and it fucking slaps. It's
Who
so
directed
good.
that? Do you know?
Fuck if
Okay.
I know.
I'll look it up.
But the
Far and
score of
Away.
John Williams is so good. Far and Away.
Was that
Ron Howard.
Ron Howard.
Ron
Goddamn
Howard.
Ron Howard, most generic
Oh
fucker ever.
my
Okay.
god.
Wow,
Um,
what is this?
yeah?
But
You know,
yeah, John
if I want to
Williams-
watch Cruise and Kidman, I'm watching Eyes Wide Shut. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my god. Okay.
Memoirs of a Geisha. So you
I was
already
about to bring that
seen-
up.
Good. Yeah,
oh yeah.
that's a pretty underrated one. But yeah, I think Williams wins. So let's move on to end of round 2. Michael Giacchino versus Jerry Goldsmith.
Giacchino.
I
I
gotta
love
go
Jerry,
Giacchino.
but I'm going
Yeah,
Giacchino.
now that the spot is out, I
God
gotta go
damn it.
Giacchino.
Jerry Goldsmith, absolutely. Like it's not even close for me, but yeah. Oh well.
I'm going with Giacchino, and I just want to point out the fact that Goldsmith probably established the Star Trek team that everyone thinks about, but Giacchino ever managed to make a new one, and yet it's as iconic
Mhm.
as the original. So that's just a testament to his talents. So yeah, Giacchino.
Nah, it's just like a J.J. Abrams overload.
It's so good though. It's so
No, I actually know that theme well, but it's not because I ever like choose to listen to it. It's because it would always autoplay on Spotify, and so like when I used to listen to like music like years ago but now I don't listen to music that auto plays to it anymore for some reason. I don't know, but it used to. So I always would hear that, and then like, but I wouldn't listen to the rest. I don't know. But yeah, Giacchino's still fine. But yeah, Jerry Goldsmith, he's just too much of a icon for me. Especially also LA Confidential is another one he did. Like he's just very good with like classic movies and like that like classic feel. Like he really gets it, I think. So Giacchino's one that I think kind of does too. I think is the Batman score really shows that.
I just realized what the next matchup is gonna be, and I'm dreading it.
Yeah.
All right.
So, well, we'll go into round 3 now with John Powell versus Alan Silvestri.
Silvestri. Okay.
4 for Silvestri.
This is I knew it was coming. Silvestri. Nothing will beat that Avengers score, man.
I love
the How to Train Your Dragon stuff. Silvestri's done way more, and I'm just like, yeah, Silvestri.
Forrest Gump score.
That's
Forrest Gump score.
So I'm glad John Powell got beat down because I mean
revenge.
I knew he wasn't gonna go far, but he made a really good run, and he beat out a big one. So
yeah.
I mean, he would have lost Allen anyways. I would think.
I don't know though. That's interesting to think about.
You're right. It is interesting because
I feel like people might change things up. But yeah. Anyway.
All right.
I might go Ennio over Allen, but we'll go to Thomas Newman versus Joe Hisaishi.
Joe.
This one I gotta go Joe. Yeah.
I would go with Joe as well.
We did it.
I'll say Thomas Newman just for kicks.
This real ranked panel.
But you know what? I'm going Joe Hisaishi purely because he does Takashi Kitano movies. Or beat Katashi.
I swear, you think of the most obscure stuff, and I'm like, what are you talking about? But I love how it's a different side.
No, it's I've only seen one of his movies. It's called Sonatine. It's like one of my friends. It's like one of his favorite movies ever. So he told me to watch it. It's good. It's an interesting take on a crime movie for sure. But yeah. So anyway, we're talking about composers though, and Albert's got to go soon. So
yeah.
I mean, if we don't finish, I can leave. It's fine.
All right. Next matchup, we got Hans Zimmer versus
Zimmer.
Oh. Personally, I'd say Zimmer.
This is
what did you say?
I said Hans.
You know what? Danny Elfman made the better Batman theme.
That's true. I gotta go Elfman because if we're comparing Batman.
Oh, Albert, please.
All right. Okay, wait. So, we're comparing. All right. Okay.
But the Last Samurai is really good.
But Desert Power, Dune, and Lion King.
No, sorry.
Am I the tiebreaker?
Yes.
Okay. Better Spider-Man team, Elfman. Better Batman team, Zimmer. Better Mission Impossible team,
Zimmer.
Elfman.
Oh wait,
no, you can't go off that. No.
Better. I mean, I'm comparing their franchise. What else is there? I don't know what else.
Better James Bond. I think it's Hans Zimmer. That's the only one.
Bond is Hans Zimmer.
I gotta go with Zimmer.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Now we have 4. So it's me.
It's fine. I just think Hans Zimmer. I don't like his newer stuff.
This is the show I call the Pirates movies. The Pirates movies. Come on.
Yeah, the Pirates.
At World's End.
He didn't do the first one technically, although he made the theme.
He did.
But yeah, it's his music still. I'd say it's just he kind of was like ditched it off because he was like, I don't have the time.
Megamind.
That's not a game changer at all for me.
I know.
This guy whose favorite Hans Zimmer score is Megamind.
Like the Megamind score is not something I ever think.
I swear to God, if we get a Zimmer, Hans Zimmer, Joe Hisaishi matchup, I don't know. I I think I'll die. I can't.
Well, the next matchup we have is John Williams versus Michael Giacchino.
Yeah, this was the one. This was
Williams.
That's already 3. So, or wait, no, it's only me and Kenny that have said anything, right?
Yeah, I said Williams.
Matthew, I thought Matthew said something, but I'm wrong.
Oh, I said the matchup is John Williams versus Michael Giacchino.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought I heard you say.
I'll go with Michael Giacchino. He's my favorite. I think I like a lot more of his work than John Williams.
I probably listen to more Giacchino than I do Williams, but also just like Star Wars, like Jurassic Park, Schindler's List. Like, well, it's hard.
Harry Potter.
Giacchino also did Jurassic and Star Wars.
Yeah, but Giacchino did a watered down version.
Which one do you remember more though?
All of his scores are just watered down versions of better ones that came before. The Batman, Star Wars. Like, go on. It's all of his franchise ones that he's known for, just watered down. The only thing he has going is Pixar. Just saying.
The Batman.
All right,
He did a good Apes theme.
No, actually, that's true. He did a great Apes theme. I'll give him that one. I like Giacchino. So we're going in argumentative mode, and I gotta be as extreme as possible.
Is it 2-2?
I haven't decided yet.
It's 2-1.
The Pixar stuff is so good, but then also there's Indiana Jones. It's just like everyone knows that thing. E.T.
And Hook. I like Hook.
Tough. But I think I'm gonna go Giacchino.
Oh, Sophie tiebreaker.
Sophie.
This is why I don't want to go last.
Superman. Yeah, let me play Superman for you right now. Is that allowed? Can we play stuff?
You can hum it.
Oh, okay.
The winner of this is going up against who?
The final four.
Yo Hisashi for the final.
No, it would be Hans. It would be against Hans. Wait, no, that shouldn't affect your thing. No, that shouldn't affect it at all.
Oh. I'm dumb. Sorry, we are the final four.
These guys are in my top 5. It's so hard.
Well, don't just go off this matchup. Regardless, they're gonna have to go up against someone else you love.
I gotta go with Williams, guys. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize.
You don't apologize.
I feel like that's the obvious pick, but
when the bracket was started, when Matthew's like, "Should we do bracket?" I was like, "Okay, John Williams gonna go all the way. Then what's the point?"
No,
my
man Joe's gonna go all the way.
He might not.
John Williams, sweet.
I'm just saying he.
All right.
Well,
he might not.
It's mainly because the guys that I would like more might not be here anymore.
Fair.
Since Albert has to leave, let's just quickly go.
Sure, yes. I like it when stuff ends shorter.
Oh.
I'll go Joe. Joe.
This one's
pretty
obvious. It's Joe. I think
Joe.
Alan.
Joe.
Oh, okay.
All right, Joe. It's good. I guess it's Joe.
Let's fucking go, Joe. We did it, Joe.
And this one
Joe in the final. Yeah, this one is crazy.
Oh
this
my
one's
god.
Crazy. Gotta go Williams.
I gotta go Williams.
Williams.
Yeah, I gotta go Williams.
But like, man, that's close.
Sophie's making the Home Alone face, so I think she's going with Williams.
No, actually, I'm going Zimmer here. Personally, I like Zimmer.
Okay.
More.
Yeah, this is
I'll
insane,
be happy
though.
either way. You guys, the final four are one of my all-time favorites. So it's like I am happy they all made it this far.
Yeah.
So I'm not even gonna be mad if one.
Man,
makes it
I
or
thought
not,
I could get Morricone to the final four, so I'm kind of sad about that one.
If it was
I can't believe John fucking Powell beat out Ennio Morricone. Like, what the fuck?
I thought you said you weren't angry.
I'm gonna go.
I am angry now.
I'm gonna vote for John Williams in this one.
All right.
Okay. So our final matchup.
Okay.
No, I am playing a character.
Well, Kenny,
that's what people on the internet
Kenny,
say when they don't
with?
want to get under fire.
Superman.
What'd you say?
They did.
What would you have gone with, Hans Zimmer or John Williams? Even though your vote didn't matter.
Oh, he's frozen.
Yeah.
I'll go later.
Yeah, I'll go after this.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna receive any text from Cameron yet, so I don't know.
Oh, is there a match you have to host?
No. He's picking him up from the airport.
Oh,
Everything crashed.
Kenny?
well, it's okay.
Albert, who's your?
There we go. Okay.
Hi, Kenny.
I'm back. Hello.
Oh, Hans Zimmer versus John Williams. Who would you go with?
Oh, you talking to me? So,
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
I
yes.
thought John Williams. I don't know. I gotta go with the
That's
classic
4-1,
pick.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah, well-
And our final matchup then is Joe Hisaishi versus
Wow.
John Williams.
That's incredible. My
Mhm.
top two.
I can't believe Joe made it this far. Wow.
I'm so happy. I think it was a lot of. Yeah, he's like top
Williams.
3.
I think this is where I have to vote for Joe Hisaishi.
Whoa. I'm going John Williams.
I'm going Joe Hisaishi.
So 2 and 2. Kenny,
It's
Kenny
ugly,
could
really,
create
I know,
chaos. Kenny's gonna make it chaotic. I know.
It's the Studio Ghibli guy. Come on, he's so
Uh,
good. Japanese music rocks.
I'm gonna go with John. Oh, his shot. Wait, I can't even see his last name. I'm going with Joe.
Yeah, he's doing it for
Wow.
chaos. He did it for chaos. He doesn't even think Joe's better.
My favorite.
I know you don't. I shouldn't have voted. Yeah, I knew he was gonna go the chaos vote. You're fucking like Mike on Red Letter Media. Best of the worst vote. God damn it.
I am so happy right now.
I'm so happy I can be
This one
compared to Mike.
I wanted him to go all the way.
No, you're not nearly as funny or charming.
No,
or beautiful.
no, that's definitely true.
No.
Incredible.
Can't beat Mike.
Well, good show.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm-
let you guys wrap up. I gotta go, but yeah, this has been
Yeah,
fun.
all
Thank you
right.
for having
See ya.
me.
Thanks, Albert.
Bye, Albert.
Hi, Albert.
Definitely save this, Matthew. The day that
Yeah.
Joe won.
I will.
I think
Yeah,
that
this
the
This,
weird.
I'd like to thank my 8,000 plays for Joe. This goes out to you, Joe. I did
I'm
this all
so
for you.
confused. Like, okay, if John Powell didn't do How to Train Your Dragon, I feel like it would have easily.
Oh
been
yeah, no, there's
Yeah.
no
going,
way.
going all the way. He would have gone all the way to like Silvestri's spot, pro. I mean, I feel like he
Steven,
might
I
have
can
beaten Silvestri.
justify my pick. I have more plays with Joe than John on Spotify. So
That no, that's just because you've heard John Williams music so much that you don't like. You're not like, I want to listen to the Harry Potter thing again. Like, no, you've heard it
I
so
listen
many
to
times
Psyche
already.
more.
yeah,
That's
that's
the
true.
thing.
That's true.
You don't. I don't base it off the plays. Although Ennio Morricone was my number one artist like 2 years ago, and last year John Carpenter was my number one. But I wasn't expecting John Carpenter to go far. So like,
And
it was
just got
sad
a
to see
tough
him
matchup.
go.
I think
it was
There's
sad to
definitely
see him
someone
go.
I would definitely vote for Carpenter if there's a
Yeah,
different-
and you know, here's another thing. Like, I don't really watch animated movies frequently anymore. So that's another thing. Like John Powell, you know, he's got a lot of good animated stuff, and I just haven't. Like, I like Shrek a lot. That's a good theme. You know,
Listen,
Shrek
like-
is low.
This was a great panel. I also have to get going. I need to
Okay.
get to bed, but thank you
Understand.
guys. I had a lot of fun. Sorry, Steven, for the.
It's
Ennio
okay.
Morricone.
I'm just like I'm getting angry for entertainment.
I'm just
value, you
impressed.
know?
This was under 2 hours. Like, we went pretty fast.
Yeah, we
Nice,
did.
guys. Nice team.
I thank you,
Yeah,
Colin.
there you go,
Colin, you have
Colin.
to rewind to it. Like I'm losing my shit.
I'm
That's all
sorry,
you have to
Colin. It's me, Matthew, and Albert, and we all put him on
Yeah,
like
it's
number
the
one.
It's the animated
Mhm.
fans and the Ghibli fans are like the reason why the bracket went the way it did. I think.
All right,
Which
guys, I'm gonna
is
go.
fair. So yeah.
Bye. Thank you for having me on,
Yes.
Matthew. You did great.
Yeah.
Bye,
Thank you.
Sophie.
Bye,
Adios.
Sophie. Besides, she's the most known score. She probably listens to the most like film music out of anyone here. I'd say just because. So you know, hey, that's justifiable.
Mhm.
I don't.
True.
I don't really like to listen to music.
I think I listen to the
unless I've
older stuff
seen
more than
the-
her, though. At least. You
Yeah,
definitely-
well, it's
totally.
like we all listen to different kind of stuff. I think, like,
Mhm.
but it's changed a bit. But yeah, it was fun doing this.
Yeah. Thanks for being here.
I'm
You-
sad to see Morricone get beat down so bad.
Yeah.
That's like worse than like Purdue losing to St. Peter's. Like,
if people are having fun with these brackets, we'll do more in the future. So for you,
yeah, the brackets
It's out there.
add like that competition element to it. Because the
You
issue,
you
I think,
really
we would have had
can-
way too many. Like the tier list wouldn't have worked. I think so.
You can only do it with like a lot of people. Like this is like 32, right? Like you can only do it with like you can't just do a filmmaker's filmography unless they have like 32 movies, which I doubt. But like actors, actresses, directors.
Question. Yeah, I was gonna say we got to do director's bracket. I know, like 2 years ago we were about to do one, and then it never got. Then no, it might have been.
I made the bracket. It's
we
in
made
my
the bracket,
account.
and I remember we jokingly said that Michael Mann won, which was him.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, maybe
Steven
that will
eats that up.
be maybe we'll do that in the future. So yeah,
that'd be a good one.
okay,
Cool.
well, yeah, I'm not gonna sum up the bracket.
Anything upcoming?
But upcoming, I think because Ambulance is officially coming out, we'll have to figure out a date for Michael Bay now. That will be coming out in the pipeline.
Yes.
Next.
Sophie's got to watch that so she can hear me go on about The Rock, or watch the Nick Cage ranked. I talked about The Rock there too. I will always talk about how The Rock is beautiful and it's life.
And then next week we got video game movies tier list. Sonic 2 just came out, so we will be putting video game movies on that.
Yeah, that's certainly something I am not going to be involved in.
And I think that's everything that I have. A Wizarding World tier list is coming out too. That'll be the week after.
So the most anticipated movie.
The tier list for the movies. A tier list of the movies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even know we were having that. Well, it's okay. Everyone likes Harry Potter.
And I guess I should announce what's coming up in May. I haven't made a list yet, but because we might do a director's bracket if you guys are interested.
Yes.
We'll see.
Chaos. It'll be so chaotic. It'll be like 10 times more intense than I got over Ennio Morricone losing to John Powell. So.
But yeah, thank you guys for being here.
Thanks.
And we
Matthew.
will see you next
Thank you for hosting, Matthew.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Even though it was mostly just me screaming every time. It's fine.
Daft Punk #1 composer. We all know that Daft Punk would beat Joe. So even though
Paul Williams. Hey, Paul Williams. Yeah.
True.
We love good old Phantom of the Paradise.
Thomas from Daft Punk did like a movie or two. He did Enter the Void.
Maybe we'll do another composers bracket with 32 other composers
with Daft Punk.
This is not going to end, by the way. We're still going, baby.
We'll do a tournament of champions.
Round of 32. We'll add Ludwig. We'll add.
I think Ludwig would have gone pretty far if we remembered to put him in this.
Well, he also has less films. I think
he could have been like Justin Hurwitz, and then that would have been even.
I just think we have bigger Hurwitz I don't want to, with like La La Land.
Oh no! If we had put Ludwig in the Justin Hurwitz spot, I don't even think about it.
Probably happen.
That would have been so bad. You guys would have seen me swearing and cursing, and it just would not have been. So
you're not a Ludwig fan or no?
No, I love Ludwig, but you remember who Justin Hurwitz went up against?
Oh,
that's all I gotta say.
So, we will see you guys next week with video game movies and maybe Michael Bay, but we'll figure that out. So, all right.
Bye, everybody.